Attention, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcelo Fernandez, and I am incredibly happy, honored to have each of you in this session. We are starting today a true career revolution. We are kicking off today a major change in your way of analyzing processes. We are starting today the first step in your Lean Six Sigma journey that is about root cause analysis. It is about designing corrective solutions in the right way. It is about mapping out processes. It is about connecting to the voice of the customer. But at the end of the day, this is about employability improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, on a scale from 0 to 10, how is my audio? I am so happy to see here Edmund, Bob, I see Reginald, I see Leizel, I see Ni, I see Indira, I see Gilus. Wonderful, wonderful, excellent. I have a question for you. If you are here because you want to become an expert in solving high complex problems, type here me. If you have joined this white belt certification program because you want to become an elite professional, a different professional, a special professional, specifically in terms of problem solving, this is important to highlight. I will be teaching you a method. Lean Six Sigma is a method to analyze chronic problems. We call chronic problems, but also structural problems, or if you prefer, systemic problems. And the conversation is extremely simple. There are many types of problems in this world. There are problems that, for example, this is a propolis, so I can speak up with you. I do teach a lot, and so I do need this propolis to guarantee that my voice is audible, it is understandable, yes. If, for example, I don't know how to open up and use my propolis here, it is so simple. I can ask maybe anyone. I can go online, I can search and simply find that I just need to pull it off. Boom. And then I can use my propolis, and then my voice will be in good shape. Yes, unfortunately, not all problems in this planet are like this. There are many problems related to quality, delivery, safety, cost itself that we simply don't know the solutions because we don't know the causes. You are here to learn a method focused on understanding the root causes of problems with high complexity. Again, we call this chronic, systemic, or structural problems. Yes? Type clear if this is clear for you. Type clear if you understood that. And also, I want to reinforce that you will be receiving Lean Six Sigma content, simulated project tomorrow, by far the most exciting element of this journey, in my humble opinion. And you'll be getting this certificate 100% free. The first step in the Lean Six Sigma journey is 100% free. Again, content, simulated project, your test, your certificate, that's a document, a PDF document with an authenticity code that anyone can check if this is valid or not, with your name, obviously with my signature, and once again, this is 100% free, okay? Marcelo, but if we are learning about a method to solve high complex problems, why are you talking about employability improvement? Why are you talking about career transformation? Very simple. This is what happened in my life and in the lives of many, I say thousands of students, okay? Companies value professionals that know about Lean Six Sigma. Companies value professionals that know how to solve complex problems. Because we don't have that many professionals. This is very, very, very important. So, you can be employed right now and start applying for new jobs. You can start applying for new jobs within the corporate where you work for. In other corporates, in other industries, you can shift from manufacturing to service. Maybe you work for automotive and you want to go to mining company sector. Maybe you are in pharmaceutical and you want to go to banking. Yes? If you are not employed and you are looking for your first opportunity as an intern or maybe your first job, Lean Six Sigma is helpful too, because you go to job interviews with many more elements to add value when you sit at interview tables, Well, if you want to operate as an independent consultant, you can start working as an independent consultant, offering your services as a consultant, offering your services to solve chronic problems, for example, in a small and medium enterprise. I call these SMEs, Even if you are a president, a CEO, a very senior leader, you have benefits from Lean Six Sigma because, again, you will be facing structural problems. And so you know how to ask the right questions in regards to continuous improvement, to solving chronic problems. Okay? Does it make sense? Yeah? Wonderful? Amazing? Are we good? Yeah? Are we good? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on a scale from 0 to 10, how is my audio? And let me give you a few pieces of evidence. Take a look. If you go to Glassdoor, you can find that Novelis is looking for professionals that know about Lean Six Sigma. And here we are talking about a very specific sector, that is aluminum rolling. See that if we shift to a completely different sector, if we go now to Heineken, now I'm talking about beers, If I'm talking about this sector, they are looking for professionals that know about Lean Six Sigma. If I go now to General Mills, here I'm talking about yogurt. Now I'm talking about cereal bars. They are looking for professionals that know about Lean Six Sigma. If I shift now to construction, construction, they are looking for professionals that know about Lean Six Sigma. So this conversation about employability improvement is really serious. We do have students from many, many different countries. We have students in Brazil, we have students in the United States. These are real students, and these are snapshots from LinkedIn, okay? Students from Mexico, from UAE, and once again from many, many, many different countries. Right now, more than 100 countries. And by the way, very recently, we've reached the mark of 100,000 students. If we compile white belts, yellow belts, green belts, black belts, and master black belts, more than 100,000 students in more than 100 countries, And then we have many, many, many different sectors. We have, for example, aviation, Emirates, Jonalyn from Emirates. We have Lanka from Crystal. We have Sujaya from Granger. And then we have many, many, many different sectors. Amazon, we have Malherbe from United Nations, and once again, all the way from manufacturing through service sector, Please, on a scale from 0 to 10, how clear it is everything that I am presenting here. Type for me how clear it is that. I am just updating my chat because I like to see, few comments and first, yeah, now I'm back. I need to collect the voice of the customer. Yeah, it's important for me to feel my audience. And by the way, thank you so very much for your presence in this session number 1. Okay, just few elements about the credibility of this certificate. As I've mentioned before, in this certificate there is my signature. Yes, my life is an open book. You can go on Google Scholar, for example, and find all my papers, my PhD thesis, my master's dissertation, everything related to Lean Six Sigma. You can also see that I am a Master Black Belt. A Master Black Belt is the highest level certified by the most rigorous certification organization in the planet, the American Society for Quality. Yes? And then this is my number, and so I am able to certify whites, yellows, greens, blacks, and Master Black Belts. Okay? Wonderful. I am also a Minitab certified trainer. Minitab is the most popular statistical analysis software in the planet, and I am one of the few right now, around 15 in the globe, certified trainers. I am an official Minitab trainer. So what does it mean? Does it mean that you are obligated to use this software? No, you can use any software that you want for the statistical analysis, but it assures that you are receiving the statistical content in the right way, because this is one of the most dangerous pillars in Lean Six Sigma. Many people teach Lean Six Sigma in the wrong way when we are talking about statistical analysis. So here you can be sure that you will be learning the statistical analysis in the right way and with an amazing learning strategy. Again, the only reason I am showing this is because of the value for you. It's because of the value for you. It has to do with your certificate, with the things that you can argue when you apply for a job with your certificate that you'll be awarding, yes, on Wednesday. It has to do with the impact in your career. Yes? Wonderful. Excellent. So, I know that you all are super excited, as I am, to deep dive in the content itself. But I just need few more minutes to conclude this introduction, and then we go ahead. Type OK if you are good with that. I know that everybody is anxious for us to deep dive in the content itself of the White Belt certification program, but I just need few more minutes to finish my introduction, and then we go ahead and we will deep dive in the content. Okay? As I've mentioned before, I have a major in electrical engineering, post-graduation in industrial engineering, master's and PhD, everything related to Lean Six Sigma. I have a black belt and master black belt certification by the American Society for Quality and more than 20 years of experience. Yes, I have never stayed like full-time in academic. I have one leg in academy world. I do participate in master's and PhD board reviews. I am a reviewer of many papers, TQM, International Journal of Lean Six Sigma, many European respected journals, IEEE, and I have never left the corporate world. So one leg in academy and one leg in corporate world. So I have a good sense of true reality in Gemba, in corporate world, and I am constantly studying. I am constantly learning something new. I know that I need every day to learn something new, and we need to keep hungry and humble, as Steve Jobs said, right? I am constantly hungry for more, and I hope you are too. Yes? In the corporate world, I had a chance to work 5 years for Philips, 7 years for Delphi, 7 years for Nielsen. Nielsen is the largest market research company in the world. And then I opened up my training company, and I am a Minitab partner, as I've mentioned before. Okay? Interesting. I am based out of Brazil. I should I should have said this. I think in the first warm up session, right? I should have said that. I'm based out of Brazil, more specifically on a city named Itajubá. Itajubá means Yellowstone in the state of Minas Gerais. Yes, I come from a family of musicians. My father is a maestro, my mother is a piano teacher. I love all sorts of sweets, guayaba, for example, and I am fascinated by cheese. This is one of the most amazing foods in my country, that is cheese bread. Yes, keep it in mind because you will need this information. Yeah, believe me, you will need this information. And may I ask here if you feel comfortable? Type me if you come from a poor family, yeah, or if you struggle, yeah, if you struggle with basic things, or if you have struggled. Yeah, I do come from a very poor family. I don't know how much you know about Brazil, but in Brazil we have major social differences. Yeah, I truly understand, and the data shows that things are getting better. Yes, but mainly when I was born, 1980s, we had a major problem of inflation. Unfortunately, we suffer a lot with social problems in general, corruption and things like that. Yeah, and I remember in my childhood on Sundays, I I had this, special lunch with my mom and with my siblings. I have two sisters and one brother. Yeah, and there was a kind of ritual, having lunch and watch a movie, everybody together. My mother is divorced from my father. They divorced when we were very young, when I was 8 years old. My older sister was 11. My younger brother was 5, and and the youngest, Ana Luisa, was 2 years old. They divorced, and then all the consequences of this kind of situation. Yes, and then we had this family ritual living with my mom, that is to have this very simple lunch. Here in Brazil, we have rice and beans. Yeah, very rarely we had like a meat or some sort of a protein. Yeah, it was pretty much. We can argue that bean is a kind of protein. Yes, but it was pretty much rice and beans. Yes, and after lunch, watching movies together. Very important. Very important. Very special. And then every time here in Brazil, we consume a lot of these Hollywood movies from the United States. And then every time that there was a landscape, of New York, of Chicago, of these big cities, I used to call my mom, to tell my mom, hey mom, someday I will be in those places. Someday I'll be in New York. Someday I'll be in Chicago. Someday I'll be in Atlanta, in Hong Kong, in Paris, working. Somehow I felt that in my heart, that I would be, an international professional, let's say. And my mother all the time, motivating me and saying that powerful, yes, I believe in you. That only moms can say. And then I was there. Living this dream of someday working as an international professional. Yes, and then the very first step in this journey was to get in to a new university, to a good university, to a public university. And then I was approved in this Federal University of Itajubá. And then I got my first job working at Philips. And I thought that by being graduated on on an amazing university and working for Philips, that's an amazing company. That's it. That's it. That's all I need. And I was completely wrong. Because when I got there, more specifically, on, we call this cathode ray tube. Cathode ray tube. It's the old TVs. I am an old guy. You know. This is a CRT. Cathode ray tube in São José dos Campos, close to São Paulo, the land of Carlão and Gabi. Yeah? And that are part of our support team. And then, once again, I thought that working for an amazing company, being graduated from a good university, you know, that would be enough. But then when the game started, when I was there in the production line and with the quality problems, and then the delivery problems, and then the pressure from the customer, pressure from the managers, I found myself lost. I was lost. I was completely lost. I didn't know what to do. So immediately I started suffering a huge frustration, because again, I was at the right place with a good diploma in hands, you know, as an engineer, but I was lost. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to help them solving the quality problems, but I didn't know what to do. And then something magical happened. I'll never forget that. This book, this very same book, Philips Quality Memory Jogger, presented by my manager, Luis Cláudio Santos. The combination of this book, this is the genesis of Lean Six Sigma. Here we have histogram, box plot, capability analysis, control charts, control plan. Here we have impact effort matrix. Here we have all statistical fishbone diagram. Here we have project charter. Yes, that was the genesis. Hypothesis test, true proportion, true sample t, chi-square, ANOVA. With this little book, plus the mentoring from Luis Cláudio Santos, this little book, plus the mentoring of Luis Cláudio Santos, I finally started understanding what is continuous improvement. And I was completely in love by continuous improvement for complex problem solving scenarios. I wanted to be an expert in solving problems with high complexity. I'll say that again. Luis Cláudio Santos mentored me using a method. Mentor method. Right mentor, right method. Right mentor, right method. With this combination, I was able to run my first Lean Six Sigma project in the hot melt application, yeah, to fix. Take a look here. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me know if you can see. There is a glue here. Can you see? To fix the coil, yeah? So in order to fix the coil, the operators apply a hot glue. I worked specifically on a project, specifically in this step, to reduce the safety issues. There were some operators that got, burnt because of the hot melt, and we reduced to zero. And with this project, Marcelinho from Itajubá, Brazil, was recognized in the United States as an intern. This is my bedroom in São José dos Campos. Yeah, I did not have a bed. I have just a mattress. I was sleeping literally on the floor. I had few bags, but the other things I used to carry on a supermarket, plastic bags, you know. And there was Marcelinho flying to the US, you know. I thought it was the same shirt, you know, because I remember I had one or two, only one or two. And then going to my presentation on a limo, you know, and being there in the United States, in New York, and starting living an amazing dream, yeah. And then after that, I had a chance to present in American interviews, American TVs, receive many, many different awards too, present in more than 50 countries, yeah, including, for example, India. I had a chance to be with my brothers and sisters from South Africa, anyone from South Africa. And then I had a chance to go to Dubai and deliver trainings there. I had a chance to deliver projects in the United States, to run projects in Poland. I had a chance to do a lot of amazing things once again because of the combination of right method and right mentor. I'll say that again. It is powerful, the combination of the right method and the right mentor. I don't know if I am a good mentor, as good as Luis Claudio Santos. I don't know. What I know is that more than 100,000 people relied on me to be their mentors. And now we have more, you know, thousands of people here with me to learn about Lean Six Sigma White Belt. And this is my mission. I cannot run away from that. I cannot, I need to pass it away. Because if it worked with me, a limited person that came from a poor family with a level of dyslexia, I struggle to read and then I need to read again. And many times when I am typing a word, you see that, you know, the letters are misplaced, you know. So if things worked for me, I know that it can work to many people, and that's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing here. I know that Lean Six Sigma is the right method for problem solving for high complex problems. I know that for sure. I challenge anyone to show me a better method. In terms of mentor, I don't know. But I'll be doing 200%. I'll be giving 200% of my energy, my passion, my time, so you can have the same results that I had or even better. Or even better. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so very much for giving me the chance to be your mentor. We are together in this White Belt certification program. I am here for you. My support team is here for you. And now it's time to get started on the content itself. Pen and paper. If you have pen and paper, type here for me. Pen and paper. What is Lean Six Sigma? Pen and paper. Pen and paper. Thank you guys. I am seeing here your messages. I love you too. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much. I can feel your energy. I can feel your passion. Thank you so much for the good noise that you are making in this chat. Thank you so very much for the good noise that you are making in this chat. In this beautiful Monday night for many of you. If you are in Americas, Monday afternoon. Yeah? In this January 8th. We are starting a revolution today. Believe me. Believe me. I'll say that again. Today, January 8th, 2024, we are starting a revolution in your career. Okay, beautiful. So, what is Lean Six Sigma? What is Lean Six Sigma? Now, I strongly recommend you to take notes because then you'll be able to internalize the concepts much better. And so when you take your certification test, you can consult, you can see your notes. It's okay, it's open book. But on top of everything, you'll be internalizing. And so we can start creating this career transformation in you, okay? That's the idea. So let's break down Lean and Six Sigma. I do recommend you breaking down Lean and Six Sigma, okay? Lean has its origin in Japan, Toyota, and it has to do with waste reduction. What is waste? Waste is the opposite of value. And what is value? Anything that delights customers, that make customers happy, satisfied. What do I have here? A pen. I have a pen. So what does satisfy me in this pen? Well, I want to come here to write down something, and then I see the things that I wrote down. So I want to do some movements and then see some letters or some drawings. Are you following me? This is value for me. If you understand what is value for your customer, you can go to your process and start eliminating things that are not connected to your customer desires, your customer requirements, your customer needs. We call this waste. Any step or fragment of a step in the process that is not promoting a transformation in your product or service into something that customers are willing to pay for, that customers will be satisfied. Are you following me? So Lean is about waste reduction. Lean is about waste reduction. And it was created in Japan. Yeah? The expression Lean was proposed by a guy named, just out of curiosity, you don't need to take note of that. Proposed by a guy named John Krafcik. He was part of James Womack, or Jim Womack if you prefer, from the MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the United States. They've worked 5 years. They've spent $5 million to study the Japanese waste reduction movement, let's say. And then they wrote the famous book, The Machine That Changed the World. Yeah? And as part of this movement, they proposed this expression, lean manufacturing, yes. So the expression itself was created in the United States, but once again, all the practices are based on the Japanese culture, yes, waste reduction. Six Sigma, and because we have beginners here, type me if you are a beginner, if you are starting from zero, from scratch, type me if you are starting from scratch. I want to respect you, and to be honest, you are my main focus. Everybody is welcomed, but my main focus is really people that is learning from scratch. Yeah, so I don't want to talk about sigma, standard deviation, square root of summation of x bar minus xy power 2 divided by n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Believe me, I can start speaking here technicalities. Believe me. But we'll be focusing on principles and concepts, because when you understand principles and concepts, you learn tools and techniques much easier. And on top of that, you can fly your own flights if you understand from here. Concepts and principles are changeless, universal, and timeless. They work in Brazil, in the United States, in Mexico, in Namibia, in South Africa. They work in Japan. They worked 1,000 years ago. They will work 1,000 years from now. And if your knowledge is solid in terms of concepts and principles, when I start presenting to you tools and techniques, things will happen much easier. So please focus on the concepts and principles. Waste reduction is a principle. We need to reduce waste today in Brazil, in Botswana, in Ghana, yes, in UK, in Spain, in the United States. We will need to reduce waste 1,000 years from now because it's a journey, it's not a destination. That's why we call continuous improvement. It's a journey, not a destination. There is always something to be improved. There is always some amount of waste to be reduced. So that's why we need to be humble. There is no perfect process. We live in a world that is imperfect. And that's why we have job forever. We have work forever. We must compare today versus 1 year ago and see that the level of waste has reduced. But unfortunately, we will never reach zero waste. Never. We fight waste every day. We fight waste every day. And Six Sigma, again, I will not be talking about why 6 is standard deviation. No. I will not be talking about this. I will keep it simple. Focused on process and concepts for white belts. The other levels, then it's a different conversation. But then you are prepared. You are prepared to have a super technical conversation. Yeah? And then based on that, Six Sigma, what I want to say is every time that we propose to make two things that are exactly the same, we will always fail. It's impossible to produce, to manufacture two products that are exactly the same. Exactly the same in any dimension. In any dimension. If you want, for example, to use a scale to weight it, you see that the weights are different. If you want to measure to size in inches or centimeters, you know the width. If you compare this with this other piece here, you see that there is a variation. Even if this measurement system does not catch the variation. Maybe the variation is there on the 10th decimal place, maybe on the 50th decimal place, you know, but it is there. It is there. Why? Because this planet is imperfect. Machine varies, material varies from batch to batch within the same batch. Manpower, people vary. Method, the understanding of a method is different. So the combination of method and people, there's a huge variation. Measurement systems vary. Environment varies. This is a very important conversation, and I hope this is eye-opening. Type here eye-opening if this is being eye-opening for you. Yeah, there is no exactly the same two or more pieces for product and service. There is no two exactly equal services. Yes. And then Lean Six Sigma, we can say that is about waste reduction and variation reduction. Some authors will say that variation is one component of waste. So if you want to understand that it's all about waste reduction, that's okay. But Six Sigma is specifically about variation reduction because the sources of variation not always are simple to be identified, one of the most beautiful and exciting. This is addictive. This is exciting. One of the most exciting things in Lean Six Sigma is the investigation process to find sources of variation. Why is this process varying? Is it because of machine? Is it specifically because of raw material? One specific supplier? Is this because of the combination machine and material? This is addictive. If there is, may I ask if there is any problem solver here? Anyone that works with continuous improvement? Type yes if you are a continuous improvement professional. Type here. I know that almost always we do receive continuous improvement professionals. So we have BT, we have Lavin, we have Charles, we have many people. Amazing. You guys are welcomed. Type am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Type here, right or wrong. If the investigation process to find the root cause is something addictive, is something extremely exciting. Type here, right or wrong. Yeah, so if you are starting from scratch, from zero, know that you may, because after you see something, after you understand, you cannot, I don't know if there is this word, you cannot misunderstand. After you see something, you cannot unsee. Yeah, after your eyes are opened to something, it's very difficult to close them again. Now that your eyes are opened to process variation, you cannot close them again. Yeah, from January 1st, from January 8th on, you will go to restaurants with a different point of view, with a different understanding of processes. Now you know that the pizzas vary. Now you know that when you drive from point A to point B, even knowing that it is the same distance, time varies. And ladies and gentlemen, we must fight variation. Write down. We must fight variation. We want to reduce variation. We want to fight variation. Reduce variation. Fight variation. Reduce variation. Yeah? Now I want to present how much sense is it making from 0 to 10. How much sense is it making? Because now I want to present the core concept of this session, and it is the heart concept of white belt. Okay? Of white belt. Okay, Marcelo, I know you want us to be able to solve chronic problems. I know you want us to reduce waste, to reduce variation. I know, I understand that. But how? How? I just go and I start walking the processes and oh, I found an opportunity to reduce variation. Oh, I found an opportunity to reduce waste. No. You will be running projects. Lean Six Sigma projects. Type yes if you understood that. And what is a project? A project is an initiative that has a starting point and an end point. So you will be an expert in running Lean Six Sigma projects. So you need a framework. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to see, I'm gonna ask, even more engagement in this chat, so you can give a round of applause, give me a round of applause to your framework. This is your framework. I need you to master the make. Master the make. The make is your best friend. As a Lean Six Sigma professional, the make is your best friend from now on. Make some noise for the make. Make some noise for the make. Yeah? Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. You will be running projects using this framework. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So see that when you face a problem, you don't go anymore straight to the improve phase. No, you don't do that anymore. This is guessing. This is trial and error. You don't do trial and error for chronic problems. Yes, define. First of all, let's pick a relevant problem. Measure what's the size of the problem. Analyze what is the root cause or what are the root causes. Improve. Now let's design solutions to address the root cause. And control. Let's maintain the positive results. Again, we don't go straight to solutions. Based on a chronic problem, you first of all, there are many chronic problems, right? There are many chronic problems. Guys, type here for me more than one. If you have more than one chronic problem, I mean a problem that you don't know the causes, professionally and personally. By the way, you can apply the make in your personal life too. Yes, I do this a lot, to be honest. I don't know if this is healthy. You know, maybe I need to check with my therapist, you know, but you can apply this in your personal life. So if you have more than one problem to solve, you need to prioritize. And how do you prioritize? To define, to identify a problem. How relevant is your problem? How relevant? Relevant to whom? Relevant to your customer and to the business. I'll say that again. Relevant to your customer and to the business. Not relevant to you. I want to change the label of this bottle of water to red because red matches my soccer team in Brazil, that is Flamengo. You know, black and red because I like that. Don't do that. It's not about you. It's about VOC, voice of the customer. Spoken and unspoken. Many times your customer will not say openly the things. You need to observe. You need to infer. You need to talk to people that know your customer. But you need to collect what is important to your customer. The water must be clean. It's not my voice, it's the voice of the customer. Are you following me? So in order to define a problem, your problem must be connected to a critical, write down, problem to your customer. But not only that. Not only that. Your problem must be connected to a critical VOB, voice of the business. So let's picture that. Let me take one person here. Elvis. Elvis Ba. I love your name, Elvis. Elvis Baah. So let's suppose Elvis is my boss, is my manager. And I want to convince Elvis that we must run a Lean Six Sigma project on the following problem. 5% of the bottle of waters are not clean enough. The water, the content is not clean enough. In terms of, it's not pure. That's the better word. The water is not pure enough. The purity is low. The purity is below lower spec limit. And I want to convince Elvis. I want to argue with Elvis that we must run a project to reduce the percentage of bottle of waters that are not pure in terms of content. What kind of arguments would you use? What kind of arguments, yes, are we using? Yeah? What kind of arguments can we use? I want to see, type here. Company's quality standard, okay. Customer impact, okay. Potential health problems, okay. You are right, Shalini. Customer complaints, okay. Assertiveness, it's unsafe, okay. Customer complaint again, okay. Losing sales, oh, Hamish. Now you are talking. I must connect the quality problem, it's a quality problem, to money. Why? Because money is the language of business. No business. It's impossible a business to survive without financially healthy. It doesn't mean that we are focusing on money only. Don't misunderstand me. Culture is important, focus on quality, on delivery, but if the business is not financially healthy, we are done. There is nothing we can do. Are you guys following me? So yes, we need to talk about sales problems. We need to talk about profit loss. And I am claiming for you to think about it because we are technical people. Technical people don't like to talk about money. And ladies and gentlemen, please, VOB, voice of the business, is the quantification of the problem in terms of dollars. So how much is a penalty from the government if they find out that we have a certain percentage of impurity in our water? $1 million. Oh, so there is a risk of a $1 million penalty. Obviously that we care about our customer. Customer first. But we must quantify. We must place, hey, worst case. If there is a tragedy, if someone, if the worst case happens to a person because of the purity of our water, we are done. We will shut our doors off. Are you following me? And then, okay, or maybe you have a cost for rework. Maybe it costs, I don't know, $1 per rework. And then you are reworking 1,000 bottles per week. So it's, okay, $1,000 per week. $50,000 per year. Write down $52,000 per year. And then when you talk to the leadership team, present the quantification of the problem in hard dollars. This is simple. It sounds maybe obvious, but people don't do that. And then they complain because they don't have the support from leadership. But you did not speak the language of the leaders. What do you want? The same if you are an independent consultant. Do you want to convince your customer that it's important to solve a quality problem? Quantify, translate the quality problem, the delivery problem, the complaints, the safety potential problems into dollars. We call this VOB. So there is something that I love to use, that is a pyramid structure. Put an introduction of your problem. Yeah? Elvis Water. Elvis Water. Yeah? Is a famous company in South Africa. They produce the best bottle of waters in the planet. But unfortunately, introduction, they are facing problems with the quality of the water. We must run a Lean Six Sigma project here. Why? Otherwise, we will lose profit. We will have a problems in terms of profit reduction, sales reduction, market share reduction. And if possible, put the numbers. Put the numbers. Yeah? It's almost putting one step in the following phase, that is measure, and then going back to define. Yeah? Eye-opening. Listen to your customer. Understand the pain. But listen to the voice of the business and quantify the problem into dollars. And then you place all the negative consequences. We call this the pyramid structure. Yeah? The pyramid structure. Yes? Wonderful. Define phase. Define problems that are highly complex, structural problems, systemic problems, but problems that are connected to critical customer pains and also hard dollars. Yeah? What's the next phase? Let me see if you understood, if you remember, if you took note. What's the next phase? What's the next phase? Yes, measure. And measure is all about what? Measure is about measuring the size of the problem. I want to show something here. I was not planning to show this, but because of your engagement and your excitement, I want to change the script here and show a little bit of Minitab. Okay, normally I don't show this on session 1, but you guys are being so special. It's the very first time that I'll show this on session 1. Okay, this is a statistical software. Again, you can use any software that you want. I do love Minitab. I do love Minitab, but you can use any software. Okay, so let's suppose we want to measure, water purity. Yeah, water purity And let's just to keep it super simple, water purity. Just to keep it super simple, I'm gonna generate here some random data, yeah, and consider that this is this is a percentage. Okay, let's keep it super simple. I don't want to overcomplicate that. Yes, I don't want to overcomplicate that. And let's suppose we have a scenario like this. Let me use, I think I will use just a time series plot. Okay, super simple. So let's suppose we have a scenario like that. Okay, we have 1,000 samples in terms of water purity. Okay, and then my customer wants no more than, or I think I'm gonna generate another graph that will be even better. Yeah, and let me plot here customer limit. Okay. So let's suppose this is customer limit. It is 5. Yeah? Don't worry about this. These lines here, please don't worry about these lines here, okay? Don't worry about these lines here. Just worry about customer limit. And please take a look also in this line here. That is, let me see if I can. Yeah, so wonderful, beautiful. So what did I do here? I am arguing that we have a problem in terms of purity. Okay, now it's show me the data. Why? Because then I have the size of the problem. We don't like things like, you know, too much. Okay, how many bottle of waters we had with more than 5%? How many bottle of waters we had with more than 5%? I want a number. What's the average percentage in terms of purity? Are you guys following me? Yes, I love that. This one. I love this one. In God we trust. Everybody else bring us data. Yeah? So take a look here. Do you understand the concept of this guy here? What's an average of 3? It's a mean. It's an average of 3. What's that? Our customer wants with the purity below 5%. Someone can argue that we are good. We are good because on average, our average is 3. So we are good. Many people do that, make this mistake. They just look at the mean. But we don't like to make decisions based on mean. Because if we are focusing on mean only, we are closing our eyes to all these data points here. See how many waters we had You know, if there is one or another that is, let me see here. Yeah, now it's only above 5. See how many data points, all these data points here are outside customer limit. Mean, average is dangerous. Type here for me. Mean is dangerous. We need to understand what? Variation. We like mean, but this is not enough. This is not sufficient. We want to understand variation. We want to understand variation. I love to play soccer. I don't know if you guys know, but in Brazil, we love soccer. We love soccer. But I don't play very well. I don't play very well. I can come to you and show this information. On average, Messi and I, we won as the best soccer player in the world 4 times. This is right. This is right. Messi from Argentina that plays for Miami. Messi and I, on average, each of us won 4 times. This is mathematically correct. The problem is, Messi won 2009, 10, 11, 12, 15, 9, 19, 20, 21, and last year. He won 8 times, and Marcelinho won 0. So mean is dangerous. From now on, from January 8th on, every time that someone says, on average, blah, 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 you will humbly, respectfully, offline, not in front of everybody, no show off, no show off. We are supporters. We are enablers. We help people. No show off. Because you are acquiring special powers. So your responsibility increases. And when I talk about responsibility, that includes the way you approach people that don't have the information that you have. So be respectful, be humble, and then you'll be humbly asking for the data. And when you ask for the data, you'll be plotting this. And you may say, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Let's just put 25 to make it simple. 25 out of 1,000. So 2.5% of the waters, of the bottle of waters, are out of spec, even knowing that the mean is within spec. We go deeper. We are sharp eyes. We don't like superficial analysis. We don't like a PowerPoint bar. Nothing against Power BI. I'm okay with Power BI, but every time that I see, just a bar with an average, I tend to be annoyed, Yes. So no PowerPoint with a simple bar with, the current state. No, we like current state like that. Yes, Monica. Humbly asking for the data, please. Exactly. You got it. So, my question for you is, if you are a professional that masters this kind of analysis, your employability goes up or not? Yes or not? Type here for me. Type here for me. If you are a professional that masters this kind of analysis, your employability, your relevance goes up or not? Yes or not? Type here for me. Yes or not? Even if you don't talk about Lean Six Sigma, even if your employer doesn't know what's Lean Six Sigma and you don't want to talk about Lean Six Sigma, that's okay. But if you speak this language, your employability goes up. If you are a professional that listens to the voice of the customer and listen to the voice of the business on an empathy exercise, it's an exercise of going beyond yourself. If you do that, if you master that, you are more relevant, you are different, you are more special. And your results will speak for themselves, you know? Yeah, your reputation will be a function of these results. Simple function. Marcelo, do I need to collect 100% of the data? No. Inferential statistics. And guys, please, don't worry if you don't like math. We have softwares. Type here for me, softwares. If you understand the concept, softwares will do the math. You don't need to do anything by hand. Even if you don't like math, I have many students that hate math and they are amazing belts. Black belts, master black belts. Even if you hate math, type here, software will do the math. Software will do the math. You don't need to calculate anything by hand. So just understand the concept. What's the concept? Plot data over time, raw data, to understand mean and variation. Let's plot data over time. Why? To understand mean and variation. Software will do that for us. Softwares. You guys are right. Softwares. More than one software. You can use Excel, you can use Statistica, Jump, anything you want. Yeah? Anything you want. Marcelo, do I need to collect 100% of the data? No. Inferential statistics. Yeah, take a look here. This is a very important conversation. Very important conversation. Take a look here. This is a circle or a square. This is a circle or a square. Take a look here. Circle or a square. Type here for me. No, if you like math, wonderful, wonderful. This is a circle or a square. This is a circle. This is a circle. Yeah? Now, no trick. I swear, I don't want to trick you. This is a circle or a square. This is a circle or a square. This is a circle or a square. This is a square. You guys are right. And see that I don't have all data points. I have just this fragment, another fragment, this fragment, this fragment, this fragment, this fragment. I don't have the entire square like this. With just fragments of the square, you found out that this is a square. Are you guys following me? You did not need to draw the entire square. So many times we don't need 100% of the data to find the same conclusions that we would find if we had 100% of the data. Who is following me? Inferential statistics. What's the name of these? Fragments, not the population, like a part of the population. It's just part of the population. It's just a part of the population. Who knows? Yes, beautiful. Omifil. Yes, it's a sample. We are doing a sampling process. We are working with a sample. I don't trust sample. I don't like sampling. Do you know anyone that doesn't trust sampling? I just trust 100%. Maybe you have a boss like that. I want 100% of the report. Show me the results of 100% of the report. I want you to inspect 100% of the data, 100% of the parts. I want to have 100% of the data. Type me if you know someone like that, or maybe you are this person. Edward said, my boss. Type here me if you know someone like that, or maybe you are this person. Well, if you know someone like that, just tell this person that the next blood test, blood exam, they need to extract 100% of their blood. Well, if you don't like sampling, your next blood test will be a little bit challenging, okay? Will be a little bit scary, to be honest. Inferential statistics works. Oh yes, inferential statistics works very well. Thanks God. Thanks God. So I just need to take a little bit of my blood out. Otherwise, I would need the help of a vampire, maybe. So if you understood that, type I trust inference. Type here I trust inference or statistical inference. Yeah, we must use inferential, we call inferential statistics. Yeah, we trust inference. Okay, beautiful. So we are good with define. We are good with measure. What is the next step? We are good with define. We are good with measure. What's the next step? Type here for me. What's the next step? Beautiful. The next step is analyze. Analyze. Excellent. Excellent. Analyze. So what's the main objective of analyze phase? The main objective of analyze phase is to find the root cause or the root causes of the problems. Problems have root cause. And what do I mean by root cause? What do I mean by root cause? All problems have a major source. For that problem. The diameter of a multi-wired copper cable is varying because one specific synthetic diamond in the extrusion process was changed. So I'm talking about one specific step in the machine that was changed. To keep it as simple as possible, we must be detectives. On define phase, we are business people and listeners. We are listeners. On measure phase, we are scientists. We want to measure things in the most accurate way. On analyze phase, we are Sherlock Holmes. We are Sherlock Holmes. We must be addicted to that. Please write down. Please write down. Y as a function of x. Oh, Marcelo, I hate math. I don't like, y as a function of X. What's that? What is that? Well, I got married to the police chief's daughter of my city, and she's a lawyer. She's the love of my life. Don't misunderstand me. She's a lawyer and the police chief's daughter of my city. So before I got married, I used to be an X. We call this an independent variable. Independent variable. So when my friends called me, Marcelo, let's play soccer, I had an answer, an immediate answer, yes, let's play soccer. After I got married, I became a Y. It's a dependent variable. So when my friends WhatsApp me, hey Marcelo, let's play soccer. Now my answer, my answer is a function of my wife, you know? Come on. This is a principle. This is universal. Come on. I know if you are married, it's the same. This is a principle, you know? After you get married, you become a wife. So, yes, let me check with my wife, and then the response is a function of my wife. And now, my little son, Arthur. Yeah, now I have two exes, two lovely exes, the exes of my life, you know, X1 and X2. So I need I need to update this slide here, X1 and X2. And then coming to the scenario of continuous improvement, why is the problem? And we must be addicted to understanding the problem is a function of what? Problem is a function of what? The problem is a function of machine, of method. Maybe the machine is with breaking way too much, way too many times. Maybe method is inadequate. Maybe the people, the team, is not properly trained. Maybe material is inadequate. Maybe temperature is varying too much. And maybe you have a problem in your measurement system. And they are not exactly, the effects are not exactly independent. You may have an effect that comes from a combination of a poor machine with a bad material. But what I need you to understand is that on analyze phase, please look at these 6 elements. Machine, check how is machine. Check how is method. Check how is your people. Check how is material, raw material. Check environment and check measurement system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 potential sources for X. And I want you to practice that. Start right now. If you are dealing with a chronic problem and you know the size of the problem, your next step is to think about the root causes. We will see, or let me just quickly show that here, the core concept in root cause analysis is segmentation. Segmentation, guys, segmentation is gold. I'll say that again. Segmentation is gold. Gold, gold, gold. Let me try to just show you again. I'm going a little bit off the script here because of your level of engagement. Yes? So let's suppose we have two, let's just keep it simple. 2 different machines. 2 different machines where the bottle of water is processed. Just that. Let's keep it super simple. Let's keep it super simple. 2 different machines. And then we must be addicted in tracing. Yeah? Traceability matters. Yeah? Tracking. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Tracking. Let's track. Let's track the processes. Traceability matters. So I want to know from that 1,000 data points, show me the waters, the data in terms of purity that came from machine 1 and the data that came from machine 2. Who is following me? From 0 to 10, how much are you following me? Yeah, I'm trying here to improvise because of the quality of the audience. Yes, I'm changing the script here because of the quality of the audience. Yeah? And I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know if you are following me. And then I'm gonna create here a segmentation, like we have 2 different machines, and then I wanna plot, I wanna run a statistical analysis, again, with the support of a software, but I want to run a statistical analysis to show the difference of purity per machine. So I can check the hypothesis. What's a hypothesis? Hypothesis. What's a PhD thesis? A statement that was validated. What is hypo? Hypo is less. Hypothermia. It's less than, it's half. So hypothesis, it's less than a thesis. I want to check the thesis that machine impacts purity. That purity is a function of machine. Yeah? So one of the ways to do that, let me see if this is helpful. One of the ways to do that is to run a beautiful analysis named ANOVA, Analysis of Variance, from Professor Fisher. And then we can check things like that. We can check things like that. So see that purity as a function of machine. What can you tell me? You tell me. I have smart people in this session. What is the conclusion here? Do you think purity is a function of machine? Yes or not, based on this data? Here I have an average, and here I have something that I call confidence interval. Just understand that's a margin of error. You have a margin of error here that is wider, a kind of narrower margin of error. Do you think machine impacts? Yes, I'm so happy to see so many S's. And why? Because machine 2, the waters that were processed on machine 2 present a significantly higher level. In fact, here it should be impurity. It should be impurity. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Because impurity, the higher, the high, it should be 1 minus that, right? But you guys got that, right? From 0 to 10, how much are we on the same page? So when you are able to find an X or X's that impact my Y, we celebrate that. We celebrate that. Because in life we have so many factors, but just few are vital. In processes, we have so many X's that impact my Y's, but just few are vital. And our mission is to find the vital few factors that are causing the problem. And you do this by running analysis and also by talking to people. Go to Gemba workplace, go to Gemba, walk the process and talk to people. And data analysis, talk to people respectfully in data analysis. Walk the process, smell the process. touch machine, material, talk to people, understand reality, even if you are a president. And then you collect data and analyze data. If you master root cause analysis, you are, as a continuous improvement professional, unstoppable. Unstoppable. I have a student named Cedric. He's from Angola. He's right now in France. He gave us a beautiful testimonial recently. He said that for the very first time after he mastered root cause analysis and Lean Six Sigma, he's a student of mine. He's a green belt student, going to black belt if I'm not wrong. For the very first time in his life, he started having a good problem. The number of job offers exploded. He had like 5 or 6 job offers in a period of 1 month, after he started posting content online about root cause analysis, and important contacts knew that he became a master in root cause analysis. He's right now living in France, very well employed, and Lean Six Sigma played as a major X in this Y employability of my student Cedric. Yeah. On Wednesday, I'll be sharing few testimonials from my students, few videos with my students. I think tomorrow there are few 1 or 2 videos as well. This is a serious conversation. Market values. People that know how to find root causes. And again, go to Gemba data analysis. Yes? Well, if you do define, measure, analyze well, improve and control normally are way faster. So let's go for improve, yes? How excited from 0 to 100 are you with the content so far? So what is improve about? Well, now that we have the root causes, we must take corrective actions. We must take corrective actions. And what do I mean by corrective actions? I want you to shift from containment to correction. So what do I mean by that? Containment is Band-Aid. We are just stopping the bleed. It's Band-Aid. Containment means that we are stopping at all cost. Containment means we don't know exactly what's going on. I am just trying to minimize the negative effects. Now that I know the root cause, I will be able to properly stop the bleeding in a sustainable way. So I need to ask you if you want to move from containment to correction. And in our simulated project tomorrow, I will be showing you how to do this in the best way, respecting people and extracting the solutions from the people. Because then based on that, you want to collect new data and show that the process has changed. And now it is positively impacted. And then, if my process is now operating in a much better level, I want to maintain the positive results. And how can I maintain the positive results? We can do this using, for example, something that we call control plan. Control plan is a very powerful tool to guarantee that your positive results will be maintained. But the core 3 phases of Lean Six Sigma, no doubt, define, measure, analyze. If you do define, measure, analyze in the right way, improve and control is easy. And I want to ask you, how is your heart now that you had your first contact with DMAIC? Define a relevant problem based on customer and business. Measure the size of the problem with statistics, inferential statistics, and more than mean. Understand variation. Find the root cause and validate with data. Design solutions and implement solutions respecting people and maintain the positive results. Yes, DMAIC. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, I really hope that from January 8th on, DMAIC is absolutely solid in your heart. So what do we have from now? I don't know if the time flew as fast as it flew for me. Because for session 1, that's it. That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll have the most important class. And why it is the most important class? Because we will be running a simulated project. And if you've enjoyed this session, please give us a like, a thumbs up in this YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. We are close, to the 50K mark. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll feel honored because I'm constantly running, sharing important content about Lean Six Sigma. And if you are a LinkedIn user, you may point your cell phone. If you are watching from TV, you may point your cell phone on this QR code, and then I would be honored to have you as a follower and in my LinkedIn, if you are, or if you prefer to find me, Marcelo Machado Fernandes, yes, I'll be happy with that on LinkedIn, yes. Once again, thank you so very much for joining me in this session. I am absolutely confident that this journey will impact your career positively. We are just getting started because tomorrow we have a simulated project where I'll be applying the concepts that I have presented today. And then you'll be taking your certification test. And then based on the result of your certification test, you will be receiving your official white belt certificate. Yes? Thank you so very much. Just a quick recap again. Lean Six Sigma, it's about waste reduction, variation reduction, a method focused on solving high complex problems, structural problems. Companies value professionals that know how to solve complex problems. The core content of today's session is DMAIC, because you will be running Lean Six Sigma projects. DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Define a relevant problem, relevant to customer and to the business. Measure the size of the problem. Analyze the process to find the root cause or root causes. Improve the process based on the root causes. And then control your process to maintain the positive results. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marcelo Fernandes, speaking to you all from Brazil. Thank you so very much. Thank you, my support team. Thank you, Carlitos. Thank you, Gabi. Thank you, Maria Alice Barbosa. Thank you, Lara. Thank you, Professor Alexandre. Thank you, everybody from my team. It's impossible to run an event like that without the best team in the world, without the best partners in the world. So I feel thankful, I feel blessed to be among such special people as you, my students, but also as my technical support team. So more to come. Tomorrow, again, by far the most special, most important class of this journey, and I'm sure that this journey will keep being transformative to you all. See you. Bye bye.